David is having a bad day, so he decides to vent his frustrations on the local thug, not the brightest idea given his current skills. Little did he know, the windows suddenly shut, and the car went rogue. Looks like even the universe wanted to keep him from venting. Before long, he found himself in a strange neighborhood where Harry was calmly staring at him, like he was setting the stage for a big reveal. Walking into the room, a dog taxidermy popped up, and it felt like Harry was saying, "This is what happens with choices." Harry's next words were a punch to the gut. It turns out that the evaluation was rigged. The gun was empty. It was all just to test his obedience. That dead girl? Just acting. What a terrible script. Suddenly, Merlin buzzed in with news. They found the killer. Looks like Black isn't missing out on the fun. Harry told David to hang tight, he'd be back soon, but David had no clue this was farewell. Harry followed a lead to a church, only to find a bunch of zealots, definitely not his kind of crowd. However, just as he contemplated leaving the investigation, a follower dissuaded him by saying, "You must stay and listen." Then, a mysterious signal was unleashed, and the devotees wouldn't stop droning on. It felt like a brainwashing session. But Harry slowly pulled out his gun, and instantly everyone became active participants in the madness. The zealots grabbed nearby weapons and went berserk, while Harry handled this family feud like a pro. Not a bullet wasted. The church was painted red, and in the end, only Harry was left standing. Making his exit from the church, he found Black already waiting outside, wearing an all-smiles expression, as if he were an old friend from the past, exuding warmth. Black's philosophy was ridiculous. He thinks humans are just a virus that Earth can't help but chuckle. So he hands out phone cards to drive people insane. Is that really how you purify a virus? Only those with chips could resist talk about a crazy fairy tale. Black raised his gun, and along with Harry's sacrifice, it threw them all into a profound silence. With rage boiling inside him, David just wanted vengeance for Harry, a determined avenger indeed. He pleaded with Arthur for a lesson, determined to start his journey. But he was taken aback by the sight of Arthur's chip scar chills. Arthur produced the custom pen, revealing it was all part of Black's scheme. Shocking. Arthur tried to recruit David. How ridiculous, he rejected without hesitation. Arthur angrily hit the toxin button, clueless about what was to come. David was unharmed, while Arthur's heart hurt badly. What a twisted plot. David's reaction turned everything upside down, and what a surprise. He learned Black's apocalypse plan was about to unfold. David informed Merlin and the newly minted Lancelot about Arthur's betrayal. The time was tight. They divided into two groups and made a firm decision to save the world, truly a courageous move. Rose's job was to take out one of Black's satellites, a high-stakes mission ahead. No time to waste, time to gear up and dive into battle. David suited up like a boss. It was time to be a secret agent. Fashion meets combat. The plane landed smoothly. He snuck into the snow-capped ballroom, strategy in full swing. His objective was to administer a memory-erasing potion to knock out the Dink. What truly is an intriguing choice. But just as he assisted Merlin's system hack, he was caught off guard. Charlie showed up out of nowhere. What a surprise. Better watch out. Identity exposed. Plan accelerated. Black issued swift commands. What an extraordinary spectacle. Rosie successfully launched a missile, blowing up a satellite, finally a win. David then shook off Charlie's control, showcasing his true skills. The maze-like camp threw him off, but he was eager to catch up. In his confrontation with soldiers, he deftly dispatched them using evasion skills, making the whole process as smooth and effortless as playing a video game. Merlin discovered the satellite system was locked in biosecurity mode, totally tricky. David regrouped with Merlin, and after updating the gear, there was no time to lose. It was time to storm the summit. David decided to charge right at Black, like a superhero. But then disaster struck. Soldiers' weapons put him in peril. The snowy cap battle was about to explode. David opted to turn the chip's self-destruct system against them. But was it that easy? Merlin activated the self-detonation protocol, and the soldiers' heads erupted like wild fireworks. Their heads bang and pop like crazy, creating a breathtaking and dazzling spectacle indeed.